In this video I'll demonstrate how to remove the front door panel off a Mazda CX-60. Alright, so I just put my screwdriver inside here, I open that and I just pull this out. There's a single star screw over there. Over here there's a little cover. I take my screwdriver and I just open it. There's a star screw in there. Then over here there's this cover which covers the speaker. I need to open this. There are some screws here holding the panel on. So I take my screwdriver here on the top and I just pull this towards me. And there, this thing can unclip. There we go. Now there's a screw underneath here by this handle. Now I'm going to separate the panel from the door. I take my fingers, I get it between the panel and the door over here. And I just pull it, but I don't pull it roughly, I just pull it a little bit. There we go. And on this side, there you go, just separate it. There we can see it's almost loose. And then there's a few panel pins on the top, so I just got to get this off. But I'm not going to pull it too close to me, I'm just going to pull it a little bit. So now I can use the handle here and just separate this. There we go. So I pulled like that, and I got one more on the side. This last one here is not a pull out, it's a slide up. So I've got to slide it up. There we go. Now I just need to remove this. I just twisted it a little bit so that can come out. Once the door panel is separated from the door, you'll see a couple of cables. So we've got one over there for the window switches, one over here for the door lock. Then there's another one here, and then the Bose tweeter over here. The window winder switch here. So you've got to get your finger underneath there. So you've got to get your finger underneath there. The door switch over here, you just depress it at the back. This one on this side, push down and then pull out. And there the door panel and the door are separated except for this wire on the side there at the top. This is quite tricky because it's for the tweeter, and on this car it doesn't release easily. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip the door panel onto the car. So I'm not pulling on that cable at all. I'm just flipping this around to get access. This thing here has to go down, and there it comes out. So you have to press that tab down and then pull it out. Right, so there's the inside. You've got the speaker, you've got the ESU. If you want to get to the window winder, you'll have to open this. Now when putting the door panel back, it's actually easier if you remove this and slide the fastener here all the way in. So that means that when it's time to put the door panel on, I just press this in. I don't have to slide it, because it does get tricky when you've got all the panel pins and you're trying to slide this but press the others. If you've damaged this, one has to remove it and replace it with a new one. As you can see, it's going to be like a pin, and over here it is broken, so it's supposed to look like that. There are two springy plastic pieces on the side, flanges there. So I just need to depress them. So I'm going to use a screwdriver. So all I need to do is take a screwdriver or a long nose pliers and then pull on the one side, and then the same thing on the other. And there we can see it is actually coming out. Now it's not supposed to wobble in here, it should be quite tight. And what has happened is, because of pulling the door panel out incorrectly, this is a little bit deformed. You might even see on the camera it's got a bit of a bulge. I just need to tap that flat. Now it's very gentle. I'm just tapping with the back of a screwdriver, and I'm just tapping it. You make sure the car is off, and I'm just tapping it. Yeah, it's almost flat already, and this side as well. Perfect, flat. Now I can insert the brand new one, and it should be snug when I press it in. It has got a little material washer, and there it is. It's not rattling. Yes, it does have some free play, but there's definitely no rattle. It is kind of sucked in there. And the part number for that fastener is as follows. Now just inspect the door panel for any panel pins that are remaining in the door. For example, there's one over here. So this has to be removed before I put the door panel on. They're not always easy to remove, but you can take a side cutters and grab it and then go at a bit of an angle and kind of wedge it like that. You might run the risk of damaging it. In this case, it's just a little bit bent, but it's still usable. So check all the holes, that there are no panel pins remaining in the holes. And now it's time to put them in the door panel. This is the part number for the panel pins. So to insert it, you slide it into the back capsule there. So it goes like this. So that's what it looks like when it's inserted. All right, so there's quite a few of them. All along there, all along here. And in this case, I've slid that fastener in. That's the one that goes over there. Right, so I'm going to line up the door panel like this. I'm first going to connect all the cables, and once it's lined up, I'm going to put it here and press it onto the door. Obviously, if you have someone behind who can support the door, or you can do it yourself, just support the door when you are pressing on the door panel. The last thing I'm going to connect is the door opener, these cables here, and the lock. So this I'll just leave there. I'm going to now do all the cables. All right, I'm going to start with the tweeter here at the top because this is the longest one. All right, so the tweeter cable is now in. Now I just use my knee to wedge the door panel on the door just at the bottom. Right, just this cable over here, then this one over there, and then the window switches goes underneath there. You might have to get on your hands and knees to place this in. So it goes underneath there, not easy to get to unless you come from underneath. All right, all the cables have been connected. I just need to do the little lever here. I just slide that in. It's quite easy. Now what I want to do is I want to get the door panel almost aligned to where it will be pressed onto the door. So I'm now pretty much in the correct alignment, and now I can fit that lever in correctly. All right, so look at that. It slides in there. So you slide that in like that, and then you just press it down. You just twist it a bit, and it's in. Notice it's in. So everything is now done. I just need to press the door panel onto the door. I can actually feel that all the pins are sitting in their holes. They're not pushed in, but they are pretty much where they should be. I'm going to take my hand here, and there's a push pin here, and I'm just going to press it. There we go. And I'm going to do the other side, like here. There we go. Right, the door panel is held in place, and you can do your tests now. I have the key, and I'm just going to put the car in the position. I'm just going to switch it where I can now check the windows and the sound system. And yes, I can see that the windows are now working. I can lock and unlock, it's all working. I can listen to the music and just check if the speaker is functioning correctly and the tweeter, and then obviously locking and unlocking the door, and everything is working. So now I can fasten the door panel on. I'll first switch off the car. The car is completely off now. Right, since everything is now working, I can press firmly on the vehicle, and there we go. I'm holding it with my hand and I'm pressing along all the sides. Now I'm just going to go around with my fist and tap on it. Right, everything is in place. Remember, this one over here is also in place. It is tight. Now don't worry if you hear rattles, that's just because we haven't put the screws in. So now we just need to put the screws. There are two sizes of the screws. The thinner one is where the door lever is. So I'm going to first fit the smaller one, and that one goes in here. So there's the smaller one, larger one, and the larger one. You can see that these have these additional lips here, so it has to be slid. So I take it there, I line it up, I slide it in, so I'm pressing it inwards, and now that it's in, it's like hooked in at the bottom here, I can just press. Now this just needs to be slid in place. I lift the lever there, I slide this under, and I just seat it. It's flush like this. Now your door panel should look like this, flush onto the door. Thanks for watching, and cheers.